Hello, everybody. David Shuster here on Take Action News. This is our first show of 2013. Welcome to everybody who's listening to us over WPWC 1480 AM and also live on TakeActionNews.com, WeActRadio.com, and watching our Take Action News TV YouTube channel. So glad to have all of you with us. This is the show where we like to tell you what's going on in the world and what you can do to influence outcomes, and especially for everybody in Washington, D.C., we want to give an update on these amazing White House petitions that folks are sending to the White House to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This is a site that the White House created at the beginning of President Obama's term with the idea that if you got 25,000 petitions, then the White House would be obligated to respond to your concerns. So some of the latest petitions include, "Dear every member of Congress, you will no longer have a job." That's got 400. "Disallow motorcycle-only roadblocks as discriminatory and unconstitutional." That's got 246. Change U.S. tax law from citizenship, on and on, 225. There's some funny petitions on there. There's the "publicly admit and disclose all information about extraterrestrial beings, our true history, and peaceful technologies." That's got 235. But speaking of outer space, there is this petition to secure resources and funding and begin construction of a Death Star by 2016. We mentioned that last week. It now has 33,000 signatures, so the White House is going to officially have to respond. Daniel Marans and Mitch Mulaski. Daniel Marans, our executive producer. Mitch Mulaski, our vice president in charge of board operations. Welcome to the show. Daniel Marans, what do you think about the Death Star?
I think that they should make the Death Star, but only at the end, the one that happened at the end of Star Wars, where it was almost completely destroyed, but it was holding on, and Darth Vader was crying for revenge. I think that's a symbol of American comeback spirit.
Mitch Mulaski.
Working before it's fully completed, fully operational Death Star that only looks half finished.
Construction projects that take a long time. That's also very American.
There are some serious petitions on here as well. Legally recognize Westboro Baptist Church as a hate group. And that has 306,000 signatures. Peacefully grant the state of Texas to withdraw from the United States of America and create its own new government. That has 124,000 signatures. Daniel, as far as we know, the White House has not yet responded to some of these more serious petitions. How should they respond?
I think that this website was created for the specific purpose of being responsive to the public and showing the American people that they have a stake in the processes of their government. And so I think that something like the Westboro Baptist Church, there should at least be an explanation. And there may be free speech issues. They may not meet the threshold of a federally recognized hate group. And so there may be technical reasons for that. But yeah, I think that the White House should make an official response to that. They made a commitment to that. I'd like to see them call Westboro Baptist Church a federal hate group myself.
There's some other petitions, and it's been amazing, Daniel, to see how people are reacting to the news after the shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, when Piers Morgan, the host on CNN, had somebody from the NRA, or at least a gun advocate, on the show and proceeded to call him stupid. And I think between the British accent and perhaps the argument that Piers Morgan was trying to make, which the argument itself was a little bit more emotional than logical, he wasn't using the logic that he should have been. Nonetheless, there was a group of people, starting with the NRA and then gun advocates across the country, who were outraged. So they started a petition to deport Piers Morgan for what they said was an attack on Second Amendment rights. That petition now has over 103,000. There's a counter petition to keep Piers Morgan in the United States that has just under 8,800. So the deport Piers petition is handily winning. And then, of course, there's the issue with David Gregory. There's a group, again, of gun advocates angry with what they see as hypocrisy by the host of Meet the Press. Their petition calls for pressing charges against David Gregory for possession of a 30-round high-capacity assault rifle magazine. That petition has 17,330. Daniel, it's pretty easy to use these petitions.
Yeah, that's why the term Slacktivism was take a lot of commitment. I think Piers Morgan had the greatest response to his petition, which was, okay, so there are 100,000 Americans who want to see me deported, but that means that there's around 309,900,000 who don't. And I thought, Piers, you're always looking on the optimistic side. There's a silent majority out there. In all honesty, petitions can be a useful tool, and I'm sure Alan Rosenblatt, our social media guru, would agree, not because always what they mean, and certainly when it's a more serious topic, they carry more weight, But if you can generate thousands of signatures on a petition, then you can build up momentum. Maybe do an event, demonstrate, meet with a member of Congress, deliver them, get earned media. Then you're building your cause.
And speaking of momentum, the petition to have Joe Biden, to have C-SPAN produce a Joe Biden reality show, that petition has just cleared 1,000 signatures, and I believe it just started yesterday. So, look, the White House has got to respond to all of them. You can always take action, let your grievances be known to the White House at whitehouse.gov. We're going to pause in about 15 seconds and let our syndicated stations catch up with us. You are listening to Take Action News on We Act Radio. Special thanks to everybody who is watching our YouTube channel, Take Action News TV. We pause now for just a second.